Two. Welcome back to the NFL Fantasy Draft Special presented by Verizon. So the third round also happened on Friday night. Yeah, believe it or not. I checked out. Compensatory picks. I'm guessing you definitely weren't there for the comp picks either near the end.
Well, once the Bears traded out of the third round, I'm like, okay, guys, we'll see you later. We got Kevin Jenkins.
Time to go crack one open. Enjoy the rest of my evening. But there's some third round picks that I think could make a splash in fantasy in 2021 and beyond. Is there anyone particularly on your radar for that third round?
Well, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers, who finally did select a wide receiver for their quarterback. They went with Amari Rodgers. I guess at least we can guarantee there's going to be one A-Rod in Green Bay this season. It might not be the one that you expected it to be a couple of weeks ago, but you certainly have an Aaron Rodgers who is going to be on your team right now. And this is a pretty good pick. Again, like this goes back to one of the things that I always like to talk about. We love small school guys, and we've seen Cooper Kupp flourish and stuff like that. But there's something to be said that sometimes when you see a player dominate on the highest level, playing for one of the best college programs, maybe you should take a look at him. And I think that this was a pretty savvy pick. This is somebody that I've been looking at as somebody for fantasy purposes who could end up in a really good situation. And I think that he really does. And if Aaron Rodgers does return to the Green Bay Packers, I think that helps out a lot. I think, honestly, as great as Alan Lazard has been and some of those guys have mixed in, Rodgers really could come in there and make an impact. I think that much of him. I think that he was undervalued for whatever reason coming into this draft. And it's smart that it went to the Packers, but hopefully Jordan Love will be able to take advantage of his skills.
I see what you did there.
Actually, I don't want him. But, fantasy-wise, don't win the game, but let him get a lot of yards.
I think there's a chance that he could be the number 2 receiver by the end of the year. I mean, between Alan Lazard and Marquez Valdez-Scantling, neither one of those guys has really taken the reins and solidified that job. The name that I'm looking at from the third round is Trey Sermon, the running back from Ohio State, who ended up going to the San Francisco 49ers. And I think at first blush, you look around and you say, man, there's a whole lot of running backs in that 49er running back room. I mean, there's still Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson, any number of guys that Jermichael Hasty still around there. But the thing about it is, none of those guys is under contract beyond 2022. Right? Trey Sermon is the only guy who looks like he will be there beyond 2022. On top of it, we just learned with Kyle Shanahan, you can't discount any of his running backs.
What up, everybody?
Performing at a high level.
Let a few more people pile in here before I start. Before I give my rough draft, my analysis on our NFL, the Dallas Cowboys NFL draft picks so far. We got so far.
So you're talking about not spending a lot of draft capital and getting a guy that potentially could be very productive. I really like this pick for the 49ers, and I really like this pick for fans. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's important right now to go through that list of players, or running backs rather, who dominated in Week 16 last season. Obviously, Alvin Kamara had the huge game on Christmas Day. And after that, it was a bunch of Jeff Wilson Jr.'s, Myles Gaskin, I believe it was, David Johnson was in the mix, Giovanni Bernard. There were some other guys. I know I'm missing a couple. AJ Dillon.
Okay, for everybody that's in here right now, how do y'all feel about the draft so far, Dallas Cowboys? Let me know in the comment section how you feel. How do you grade each player that we've gotten so far?
With the 49ers especially, is that these guys come in. I don't know if it's injuries or what happens, but it never is the same. And Kyle Shanahan just goes through running backs like the way we go through wipes here in the house. Like, you gotta just have
Casey said not good. Oh, man.
You go pull out a t-shirt and there's a package of wipes for whatever reason, I don't know. And the 49ers love to do this. And I would implore everybody, when you're setting up your rosters this year, because this is the biggest season in NFL history, 17 games, I think you should add roster spots. And I think at the end of your draft, it would behoove.
What don't you like about it, man?
Players like Trey Sermon, be very patient with them and understand that they're probably not going to play right away. but give them a chance. There he is with the pro day playing with the Bears cornerback. Oh, I just love saying that. Oh, this is so cool. But I really like
Lopez, what's up? Cowboys fan, what's up? Feel like this draft is somewhat mediocre. Wow. This is a Dan Quinn draft. Okay. All right. Black Star said, I hope you can make me feel better. What are we going to do at free safety? Do you think that Prescott will be back? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dak Prescott be ready to go, man. I'm not worried about Dak. Dak will be fine. Dak will be fine. We just got to protect him. He has to be a little smarter. He has to learn how to slide. Dak is a tough guy. He's tough to bring down. He's kind of on the elusive side, but he's a thick, heavy quarterback guy. He's like a Donovan McNabb type quarterback. You know, he's not that slim, slender, can squeeze through cracks. He has to run over you in order to gain the extra yard if he doesn't find anybody open. But Dak has to learn how to slide now. So I think he will start sliding, especially after an injury like that. You know, he's got to slide. Got to slide. But Dak will be fine. I got faith in Dak. I think he's going to be back 100%, if not stronger. When you have an injury like that and you're able to bounce back from it, I mean, he's young. He's still pretty young. So the healing process will be a lot better for him. Redman Simpson, what's up, man? These players are going to shock a lot of these fans. I'm calling it now. This is about to be a great year. I love the confidence, man. I love it. I love the confidence. Robbie, what's up, man? Appreciate y'all joining me, man. Good morning. Good morning. I woke up. I had my shot yesterday, as you can see. I woke up. My arm was sore as hell yesterday. I had to end the live stream because I was getting tired and I was really thirsty. And it's my second one, my second and final one. So I had to end the live stream and get some rest. And this morning I woke up achy. You know, I had to take some Tylenol. I'm feeling a little good now, but I'm pretty sure that once that Tylenol wears off, and that's all you can take when you get your second COVID-19 dosage. Once that Tylenol wears off, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back to. I was achy, man. Oh my God, it was pretty bad. Right, Rob. The players aren't bad, just picked early. Yeah, but you never know. Somebody else could have picked them up, you know. I kind of like this draft. I hate to say it. It's all defense. We've all been crying about defense. And I gotta hurry up and do this live stream because my wife, she went to the store and she wants me to stay in the bed. And I'm like, okay, I'll stay in the bed, you know, but I had to sneak in here and do this real quick. So I know if she get back, hey, why you not in the bed, you know? But yeah, man, we got a good one in the second round. He that dog everyone been asking about. First round pick was a great one. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty much happy with the first and second round picks. Pick. Yeah, those were really good picks. But I got my book out. I got my coaching. Coaching 1980 is coming out today, guys. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get started on this. I'm ready to really. You know, when I was in the bed last night, I was able to go back, do some reportive digging like 1980 used to do back in the day. I was able to look at highlight reels. I was able to look at some film on these guys and kind of give my thoughts and analysis over these so far picks that the Dallas Cowboys have drafted. This thing goes off and on. Oh, there we go. Anyway. Yeah, let me see. Oh, I'm tripping. I think Michael Parsons was everybody's favorite. Facts. I will always put out great talent. Yeah, defensive talent. They're a good defensive school, defensive program. So I like the Iowa pick. I like the guy. What's his name? Chauncey Golston. I got 31 in people in here. I guess that's enough to go ahead and get started. These are my thoughts and analysis over. I'm not going to do first. We all know about our first round pick. I don't have to go into that. Micah Parsons. I don't have to. I think I did enough talking about him. He gets a pass because I graded him. I hate to do grades. I'm not a grade guy, but if I just had to, I gave that pick an A-. He's a silent killer. I liked everything about him. He had all the intangibles, 4.3 speed. He's our hybrid linebacker that we've been looking for. Everybody talks about the hybrid tight ends being able to run and play like receivers, but he's our hybrid tight end that we've all been. And what I mean by hybrid tight end, this guy is going to be able to go into coverage as well. So turning his head is going to be a big thing for him. Next step in the NFL for him. He has all the aggressiveness. His resume spoke volumes. All the highlights and things like that are these players' resumes. And his resume spoke volumes. So I don't have to really talk about him too much because I've talked about him enough. But I'm going to move on to round 2, pick 44. Kelvin Joseph, cornerback out of Kentucky, 6'1", 192. Ran a 4.34 40-yard dash, had 4 interceptions in his career and 37 tackles. Okay, now strengths. Okay, before I go down the list here, what I saw in Kelvin Joseph, I saw a playmaker. I saw a guy that goes after the ball. Not really the most physical thing out there, but more like a finesse coverage corner, kind of like Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain is a little bit more physical than him. Joe Horn is obviously way more physical than he is. But I saw a guy that plays the ball, has good ball skills on the college level. And I got to keep saying college level because that's all we have. Tackling was I'll get to the weaknesses. Let me get to the strengths real quick. All right, prototypical build as an outside corner with size and length. Him being 6'1" and 192. Full of confidence and a little bit of edge. Fire stiff punch to higher release from press. Diligent to crowd catch space when running vertical with targets. Held up against Alabama with an interception and 2 incompletions on 3 targets. I heard he shut down their star receiver in that game. So that's a good thing right there. Displayed ball skills with soft, natural hands. That's a good thing, too. You want a cornerback that can be able to catch the ball. A lot of these corners, man, they they get brick hands. The ball bounces right off their hands. We need a guy that come in here and catch the ball. Consistent in finding his high point timing. So meaning when the ball is in the air and they have to jump for it, he times it just right. I call that a rebound guy. I call that a rebound cornerback. Dennis Rodman made it great. He was a great rebounder. He knew how to anticipate that ball coming off the backboard or the rim, and he had good timing at jumping and getting those rebounds. So did Charles Barkley and guys like that. So I call that a rebound cornerback. Sutton burst to fly into passing lanes and play the throw. Okay, that means he can step into that receiver's lane and not interfere in a bad way, but and kind of impede the throw, the route, and jump in and boom, get a pick. He has good timing on that. And he's able, play the throw means he's able to use his peripheral vision as well, looking in the inside. And that's what you have to do as a corner. Your head has to be on a swivel. Your eyes have to be on a swivel. You have to be able to kind of keep your eye on the quarterback as well as the receiver's eyes if that ball is in the air. Okay. Readily accepts challenges of run support. So he can come up and maybe make a tackle or two, but he has a problem tackling. I'm going to get into that too. Launch on tackler with aggressive finish. I don't know about that. Okay, weaknesses. Here's Kelvin Joseph's his weaknesses. Very thin frame with skinny hips and legs. So we got to put a little bit of weight on him if he's going to match up with these big-time receivers in the NFL. Because these guys are strong. They're coming off the ball strong. And a lot of guys push off, and he's going to have to be able to withstand that. If he gets behind, he stays behind. Transitions from press coverage lack smooth, quick acceleration. Okay, his catch-up speed. That's catch-up speed. That's what they mean by that. You know, Deion had good catch-up speed. Deion would allow you to get open, but Deion had that catch-up speed to enter and get that ball and come down with a pick. Hey, Spock, appreciate the super chat, man. Curtis, what's up, dog? Let's see what you got. I'm sorry, hold up, real quick. Appreciate that super chat, man. 2 of our first 5 picks are also wrestled in the 3rd round. You know them wrestling boys know how to keep hands on you. They should make good tacklers. I'm going to get there. Great point, though. Let me get there. You're a little ahead of me a little bit. Let me get there. Let's see. Curtis, what you got, man? I like the players we picked. All of these guys are big and physical. The first 2 were A prospects. If we come out of the draft with 2 starters, we're good. The rest of depth, okay. Good point. Really, really, really good point. All right. Where was I at? I was still on Kelvin Joseph's weaknesses. Transition from press coverage lacks smooth, quick acceleration. If he gets behind, he stays behind. Okay. That's not good either. That's when a receiver starts running around, the quarterback has about anywhere from 2 to 5 seconds to find somebody open, throw the ball before that line starts to break down. It turns into sandlot football after that 2 to 3 second mark. And the receiver started crisscrossing and just running all over the field. You have to be able to keep up. And I think that's what they mean by that, being able to keep up. And if he stays behind, he can't keep up. So hopefully they can work on that and keep him kind of well-rounded and work on it. Needs better eye balance to keep quarterback in his sights. All right, that's what I just talked about when it's strengths. Now they're going back and forth. You got to be able to have peripheral vision when you're playing cornerback. You have to. I get it. You're trying to stay with the receiver. You're trying to stay in the vicinity. You're trying to keep him in your sights, but you have to have peripheral vision and knowing and timing of that ball coming and watching the receiver's eyes again and turning your head when that receiver's eyes sees the ball's coming. So that's something that we have to work on with him, especially on the NFL level. He's going to need that in order to be a successful cornerback if he's going to start. I kind of see him starting on the other side of Diggs, but, we'll see. Last but not least, we'll go for rides against NFL running backs. See, right there. Let me read that again. We'll go for rides against NFL running backs. All right, you know what that means, right? Poor tackling. Not being able to wrap up and get somebody down quickly in a hurry. He kind of tends to drag them down, let them gain about 5 or 6 yards, before he can fully get them down. See, that 5 or 6 yards could be a first down. It could be 3rd and 5. You see what I'm saying? So that 5 or 6 yards could be a first down. So we got to work on that. We got to work on guys wrapping up. It's been too many years that Dallas Cowboys have had a lot of defensive guys not being able to wrap up. We've had guys in the backfield for a loss, and all the misjudgments, the mistimings, the miscommunication, the missed tackles, alligator arms have caused those guys to turn a 5 or 6 yard loss into a 6 or 7 yard gain. You see what I'm saying? So that's been our problem, and that's why we were rushing 31st in rushing yards. Yeah. 25th in rushing touchdowns. 26th in third down percentages. So yeah, we need help. We need aggressiveness, and we need help, guys. All right, moving on. We got Kelvin Joseph, but I still like him though. He has some off the field. No, that's not him. I'm sorry. Is that Kelvin Joseph with the off the field stuff with the rapping and all that crap? So we don't need that. We don't need that. No, we don't need it at all. We just need guys to be focused on the task at hand, focused on the football, focused on the Cowboys, focused on the sport, focused on their job, and that's it. Round 3, pick 75. Osa Odighizuwa. I think that's his name. Sorry if I butchered that. Defensive tackle out of UCLA, 6'2", a little short, but strong. 6'2", 280. Ran his fastest 40 time. He averaged a 4.7 from a 4.749. His fastest was 4.74 in the 40. Had 11.5 total sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 120 tackles. His slowest 40 time was like a 4.95 or something like that. So he's kind of, wishy-washy with the speed. I like what I saw in him. Is a disrupting force. He's a little short, I'm worried about if he can't get to the quarterback, putting your hands in the air, trying to knock the ball down. Those are things that you need to do, especially being an interior like that. But let me go over, let's see. Okay. We got, make sure I'm putting up the right thing. Sorry. Okay. All right. Strengths. Let's go over strengths real quick. Experience playing every position along the defensive line. So that's a good thing. So he's like a swing guy. We need that. We need guys like that. Because injuries tend to take over a team, a defensive line or offensive line. Those two, positions, you need to have guys that can play multiple positions. So that's a good thing. Plays with disruptive energy. I just said that. And consistent forward movement. So he never stops. He keeps moving forward. He drives guys back. Burst out of his stance is usually into block first. That's good too. That means he's explosive. That means as soon as that ball hikes, he's there, trying to make something happen, trying to cause disruption. Shoots lifting hands into blockers' shoulders for early leverage. Boom, real quick. Boom, real quick. Boom, swim, real quick. Boom, real quick. I know that looks stupid, but that's what they do. So that's good. That means he has quick hands, quick, strong hands, and he's able to shed. That gives him the opportunity to shed, go to the next step and shed the blocker. See, there's a step. There's a hike the ball. How fast is he off the ball? Then there's his boom, hands. What does he do with those hands to get by, to shed the blocker? Boom, real quick. So that's a good sign. Hands are smooth, accurate, and effective at winning battles. I just talked about that. That's what I was just talking about. Quick hands, really effective. Those Bruce. I think this guy used to wrestle, didn't he? Yeah. I think this guy used to wrestle. So that's good right there. So that means he knows exactly what to do with his hands and how to move guys around. So that's a plus right there. Keeps eyes planted on ball carrier throughout blocking engagement. That's peripheral vision for a defensive lineman, especially somebody on the inside, because when you're a 3-tech, 1-tech, a defensive tackle, if you will, you have to be able to clog up those holes. Don't allow that running back to get through holes, tight windows. So that's a plus right there. Always hunting for gaps and edges. That's what I just talked about right there. No need to go into detail. Non-stop effort and will keep working until he leaks through. That's what I just said that. Not stopping, not quitting, not giving up until he does his job, until he causes disruption. And this, guys, if you just tuning in, I'm going over the draft picks so far, and I am now on. I'm just gonna call him Osa Adig. That's what I'm gonna call him, Osa Adig. Non-stop effort and will keep working until he leaks through. Good job. Plays with excellent pad level with ability to dip under redirection. Okay, that's that when he hiked the ball coming off of it. Boom, boom, real quick. That's that. Boom, boom, real quick. That's what they mean by that. That's kind of hard to describe. I had to work that out. And I'm still kind of sick from the shot, so that's not like 100%, really, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Those are those inside moves. Those, dip that shoulder real quick. All right. Damn, I shouldn't have done that. Shit. Bends and corners directly toward the quarterback. Okay. That's that coming around, bending his body. Once he got past that defensive, that guard or that tackle, sometimes he's going to swing around and he's facing the tackle. And once he gets around there, so you see the shoulders like that. You know what I'm saying? So that once he does that, if that lineman puts his hands on the back, that means it's blocking the back. That's a flag right there. So he's good at acting. That's what that means. All right, those are all of his strengths. Okay. Body type, first weakness. Body type feels like it is caught between positions. Okay. Isn't going to push NFL offensive linemen around. But you just said that he was good and strong with his hands and able to. All right, well, we're going to need a guy. If you're going to play on the inside, we're going to need a guy to be able to push some guys around and shed the block. That's what we're going to need. So that's a weakness. And these strengths and weaknesses are coming from different people. These are just opinions, professional opinions, but they're opinions. They're like assholes. Everybody has one. That can be coached. A lot of these weaknesses can be coached. Urgent pass rush lacks focus and control. I can see that. You're getting in there, but I'd rather have somebody in there early, somebody get in there quick than not at all. Because what have we been missing for the past 5, 7, 8, 9 years? A pass rush. Somebody able to get in there and cause disruption and make something happen, make that quarterback get flustered. So that's what we need. Gets ahead of himself and rarely sets up his counters. Well, let's just hope he can work on that. That's another thing that the NFL and Quinn can work on. The Dallas Cowboys didn't draft this guy off weaknesses. You get what I'm saying? We'll end up on the ground too often. That could happen. He's a short defensive tackle, so a lot of times all those double moves, you're bending, you're getting down, you're doing this. A lot of times you slip. You know what I'm saying? That gives the opportunity for the offensive lineman to pancake you. And when you get especially when you get real low, they'll pancake you real quick. So him going up against Zach Martin, Lyle Collins, Tyron Smith, guys like that, Biadish, Joe Looney, McGovern, guys like that, he will learn real fast how not to get pancaked. Really, real fast. Knocked around while doing battle at point of attack. Okay, well, this is where the wrestling should come in at. The wrestling should come in at those moves, those double, those triple moves. This is where the wrestling should come in at, guys. We need to work on that. We don't want to get knocked around. We don't want that. But we've seen that already. We've seen that with our veteran guys getting knocked around and stuff like that. So we need some guys that have control, strength, a little dog in them. Not able to rid himself of blocks very quickly. He can, but not quickly. That's called technique. Once he gets his feet wet, training camp, get the pads on, get with these guys, the veterans, like I just named, Tyron Smith and company, he'll realize how to get rid of the offensive lineman, be elusive and shed the blocks. Those are all of his weaknesses, guys. That was Osei Adig. I'm just calling that. Here we go with these names again. It was hard enough. Cheeto. You remember Cheeto's name. Cheeto Awuzie. All right. Round 3, pick 84. Chauncey Golston, defensive end, Iowa, 6'5", 269. Ran a 4.8340. Ran a 4.83. I'm sorry. 4.8340. 12 sacks in his college career, 1 forced fumble, 130 total tackles. All right, Chauncey Golston. Everybody kind of like this kid. They see a lot of dog at defensive end. Defensive end. That's D-Law's position. Okay, he can start on the other side. Now that Alden Smith is out of the door, Tyron Crawford is retired. Thank God. God bless him, but thank God. This guy could step up and make something happen for himself. Yes, he's 6'5". He's kind of tall. Well, he is tall, 269. Ran a 4.83. That's pretty good speed for a guy that tall. So I saw a dog. I saw a guy that can wrap up and tackle. Has good, decent defensive end moves. And let me go over his strengths real quick. Named to 2020 Iowa leadership group, added 40 pounds of good weight during his time at Iowa. So he was a lot smaller. Wow. Okay. Long wingspan. Of course, 6'5". He has the reach. That means if he can't get to the quarterback, he can put his hands up and bat that ball down out the air. That's what I like. Every time I'm watching the Cowboys and that quarterback hikes that ball and our defense is out there, and if they can't get to the quarter, I'm like, put your hands up. Like they can hear me, Has opportunity to elevate his play with quicker hands. So that means he has to work on his hands. That's kind of like a weakness. That's not really a strength. Shows ability to turn and skinny up into the B gap. That's what I was talking about with Osa Dig, being able to kind of make himself smaller and shoot those gaps. But he has to have the hands to do that. Ain't nobody just gonna let you in there. You got to have the hands to do that. And I can see him working on that. And he's gonna get a lot of work with our offensive line. Uses stab and slap around the edge. That what the stab and slap is. I just did that. That boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's almost a triple move. You're trying to get around the edge. Boom, 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 and then bam. Once you knock them out the way, that means you're good. Knock them guys out the way real quick. Get around the edge, get to the quarterback. That's hands too. That's hands too. Have to be able to use those hands, man. Have to be able to do it. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. I know I'm rambling, but I'm just kind of going down the list and my thoughts and analysis over our current draft picks. Right? We still got a lot of drafting to go. And but I appreciate y'all holding out and listening to me, man. Jumps cuts into inside corner. So that's able. That means he's able to transition his body really quickly in the inside. Fake outside, boom, boom, boom. That causes hands too. The defensive line is all about hands, all about strong hands. Man, offensive line too. Footwork, agility, strong hands. It really doesn't matter about your speed. To a certain extent, it does. But the most important thing, especially with a defensive end, is agility. and elusiveness, getting around the edge, being able to do that. So that's what he's gonna have to have. Jumps cuts inside corner, shows some life as a reduced rusher. Can slap and pull himself around the guard with his legs. Strong legs. Now you need that also. Being able to do that, quick hands, footwork, agility, elusiveness. That's what you're going to have. Those are things. All right, weaknesses. Okay. Below average power and play strength. Needs to play with better knee bend at point of attack. It's kind of hard for a guy that size to bend. You know, he's already 6'5". So to get a lot of those moves, a lot of those power moves, so speed power moves on the outside, being a defensive end, you got to kind of get down low and work your way into it and have the footwork to do it, to kind of bend a little bit. That's what they mean by that. That's all technique. He's going to have to learn that. These are things he's going to have to learn. See, when they're doing these strengths and weaknesses, these guys are still on the college level. They haven't made it to the NFL yet, so they haven't learned anything yet. They're just showing what they've learned so far up until now. Struggles to anchor his edge. Consistently bounced off his spot by kick-out blocks. Okay, he's got to work on that. Below average pop into contact. Feet are heavy in his change of direction. That's what I was talking about, the quick feet. Got to be finesse. Got to work on that. That's all technique. That's stuff that he'll learn. That's why they call it college and they call it professional, NFL. Pursuit speed is nothing special. That's the 4.83, I'm sorry. Speed is, it's good to a certain extent, you know, but you really need agility and things like that. So doesn't generate enough rush power from lower half. Once again, that's the same thing about being tall, being really tall and being able to get that power from his legs from a low standpoint. Firm punch can end his attempt at an edge rush. That's also a firm punch from the offensive tackle. A guy like Tyron Smith, you know how strong he is. Boom, one punch will get him off, meaning off balance. So you got to break these stuff down. They use all these words. You got to break this stuff down. Firm punch can end his attempt at an edge rush, meaning throw him off balance. That's all it means. He's easily thrown off balance. So that's another thing he's going to have to learn once he gets them pads on in practice, 2-a-days, all that stuff. And going against guys like Lyle Collins and Tyron Smith and, you know, guys like that will teach him. He'll learn real fast. They'll put him on his ass, you know, but that's how you learn. All right, that's enough with Chauncey Golston. Now I will move on to round 3, pick 99, cornerback Nashawn Wright. Nashawn Wright. Who is Nashawn Wright? Cornerback out of Oregon State, 6'4", a cornerback, 6'4", 187, ran a 4.49. That's pretty good speed for somebody that's 6'4". That's right behind a 4.3. So that's really good. 5 interceptions in his career, 1 sack, 64 total tackles. Nashawn Wright was a pretty good pick. I thought. I gave that pick like a B-. I like him tall, but not that tall. Tall cornerbacks have weaknesses, and I will get to those strengths and weaknesses in a minute. I looked at his highlight reel, and I saw a guy, once again, another cornerback who has pretty good speed, able to keep up with his man, has good ball skills, and he has the length. He's 6'4", 6'4 and a half, somewhere around there. And his jumping ability is very, very good because he's already up there. I saw a guy out jumping other smaller receivers for the ball and getting the interception or batting it down out of the air. So that's a good thing. Something about this guy screams safety. It does. It really screams safety. But he's a light guy. He's 187. They got to put some weight on him to get him, beef him up a little bit and strength and everything. But that's what I saw. I saw a guy that can play on the ball, has good field vision, has no choice but to have good field vision. Hell, he's already 6'4". So that's another thing, So let's see. This is let me make sure I'm pulling up the right. Okay. All right. Strengths. Let's go down to strengths real quick. Go down the list of strengths. Learned lessons from 2019 and improved in 2020. All right. Instinctive with plus route recognition. Of course, he has the vision to do that. Of course, he's instinctive with plus route recognition. He better be with that height and size. Sits down and squeezes routes underneath. He's able to step into a route, a quick slant. I think that's what that means. He's able to keep up with the receiver doing those crossing patterns in the flat. From seam to flats, which is good, which is something that we need. Fast feet help him pounce on top of throws. So once that ball is in the air, he's able to pounce on the ball. He's able to impede on that route and jump in and boom, get the interception or bat it down. Having quick feet is really, really good. Somebody that size is very rare, having quick feet, but that's good. I'm glad. Tracks and attacks the 50-50 ball. Long and athletic in the air. That's what I just talked about with his size, his jumping ability, able to time the jump and make a play on defense. High points the jump ball like a wideout. So he's like a wide receiver playing, and that's what we need. Guys that play the ball. I'm tired of the pass interference calls. We need guys to focus on the ball when that ball is in the air. We need guys with good ball skills. We haven't had that, in a while, So that's something that we need at corner. So we got some depth now. We still got some picks to go. Weaknesses on this guy. And I'm now on Nashawn Wright, cornerback, Oregon State, 6'4", 187, 4'4", 940. Weaknesses, very thin frame and skinny hips and legs. Got to get some weight on him. That's what eliminates him from starting off at being a safety. But who knows? And that doesn't take away ability, though. I've seen some small guys play some, tough positions before. So it's not impossible. Transitions from press coverage lack smooth, quick acceleration. Okay, that's the same thing with Kelvin Joseph not being able to come out of that press coverage and lack that quick acceleration in order to keep up. If he Yeah. Wait a minute. Am I tripping? Hold on. Okay. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Lacks agility to stay connected to complex routes. Oh, Lord. Got to have agility, man. Got to have quick feet to be able to transition and stay with the route. Yeah, you got to be able to do that. So hopefully he can learn that as well. Needs better eye balance to keep quarterback in his sights. That's what I was talking about, being able to look in peripheral vision, keeping your eye on the quarterback. Has to be able to do that. Pushed around by blockers and he's a grabby tackler. Grabby meaning he lacks the wrap-up skills. He likes to grab you and then kind of let his weight or try to let his weight bring you down. No, we need guys that can make open field tackles like Surtain, like Horn. Those guys can make big time open field tackles, one-on-one tackles. That's what we need if you're gonna play defense, man. Obviously he's pushed around by blockers. Hell, he weighs 100. I weigh more than he does, and I'm not even 6 feet tall. So, shit. We'll go for rides against NFL running back. Same thing. Pretty much the same weaknesses as Kelvin Joseph. But that's all I got, man. Strengths and weaknesses of our current draft, of the Dallas Cowboys' current draft picks, guys. Hope y'all kind of enjoyed it. I know it was kind of boring, but I had to do research. I had to get to know these guys, and I had to do that for my own personal gain. And rounds 4 and 7 are here. Tune in NFL Network. Is it on already? Shit. Let's see what y'all got. I haven't been able to read y'all's. Somebody said "Boss Man Fat." Oh my God! If I hear that one more time. Tyrone Church says we got a B in this draft. Okay. All right. He's a rational guy. I don't think he's starting over 94. Better. Safety. Yeah, Kenny, Dalton. Yeah, I was thinking safety too. Yeah, you want a guy like that, though, at safety. Especially with the defense, Dan Quinn, our defensive scheme that we're running. You're going to have a lot of single back. You're going to have a single free safety back there because it's basically like a 4-6 defense. And 4-4, 4-6, pretty much the same thing. And there's normally a see, that's my wife right there. That means I got to go. But there's normally a single high free safety back there. Strong safety normally plays up. So, but that's all I got, guys. If you have any more, questions, concerns, anything like that, man, y'all can, after the video, you can feel free to leave them in the comment section, man. And, we go from there. I try my best to get to them. And that's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all joining me. I appreciate you taking the time. I know it was kind of long, but I had to do that. I had to do it. I had to kind of break down every draft pick we got so far. So that's all I got, man. Hey, I'll probably see y'all later on, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm starting to get the sweats right now. I got to go back and lay down and get some rest because this shot is really starting to kick my ass. But God bless y'all. Thank you for joining me, man. Make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, and because you never know what the day is going to bring you. And I will probably see y'all fourth round picks. We got, let's see, real quick. Okay, we got fourth round. We got 2 fourth-round picks, pick 115 and pick 138. We got 1 fifth-round pick, 179, pick 179. Round 6, 192. 2 round 6 picks, 192 and 227. Then a single round 7th pick, 238. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks left, guys. So we got a lot of work to do. There's still some pretty good guys, some diamond 4th-round pick. Dak Prescott got picked 4th round, so you just never know. Don't think for 1 minute just because, 4th, 5th, 6th round, they're not any good. A lot of times that they're just depth guys, they might not even make the team, but, you could find a diamond in the rough, So, but it is what it is, guys. I'm going to get out of here, man, get some rest. I got to lay my ass down. The second COVID shot is kicking my ass. Hey, I holler at y'all, man. Y'all probably see me later. Thanks for joining me. God bless. Peace out.